Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and I promise you guys with part 2 of my model inspiration vlogs, whatever content videos. I'm gonna have my own category for all my model related videos. So I am back with part 2 of my advice and tips video. So if you haven't seen part 1 of my experience as a freelancer, you can click the link below in the description box and watch that video before you do watch this video. Like button, the subscribe button, the share button, and comment and leave suggestions and leave comments on your experience if you're an aspiring model looking to get signed, or if you're a signed model, whatever it is. If you're a model, I want to hear from you, so leave your comments, or whatever your artiste maybe, you can leave your suggestions and your experiences down below as well. So I'll be looking to hear from all of that. And I'm feeling very motivated right now, so I just want to share my advice and my tips with you guys. So before I start into this video, I just want to let you guys know that thinking big means more things gonna happen for you. Sometimes you gotta really think outside the box, jump into new things, try new things. You have to fail before you even figure out if that's for you, as false evidence appearing real. And by that, I learned that from Les Brown here on YouTube. You guys could type in his information and you'll see that if you guys really want to stay motivated, I really suggest watching his videos because it's a huge inspiration. So I got the false evidence appearing real from him. Listening to that, it really opened up my eyes and motivated me, and has been motivating me to not use fear as an option to not want to succeed in modeling, because this is just what I want to do. So just put in your situation in it. I really believe that falling short is a cause of fear, and fear is a cause of falling short. Many people don't want to accomplish anything because they're afraid that they might fail. Want to open up that business because they may believe that they won't get any clients. Many people don't want to model because they think that they're not fit enough for it, but maybe a client is looking for exactly for you. So sometimes you just gotta try things and find what's for you. You're gonna go through plenty of different things before you actually genuinely feel that that's your passion. But without even trying, you're not even giving yourself to experience that type of success. You're not even going a step forward into success if you're not thinking outside the. So let's just get right into the video. So I do have about 7 tips here for you guys. I know I probably promised 10 in the other video, but I lost all the footage and I lost all my notes and everything that I have written down for the part 2 of the video. So I'm going to start fresh on my new notes that I wrote down. I was watching Les Brown's video today, and I wrote down a couple notes, and it was about knowledge, talent, scriptures, motivating yourself to, basically motivational words. Good things are supposed to happen to me. I repeat that every single day to myself. Also, to be committed in whatever I want to do. I want to always stay committed. I want to work on myself. Whatever I do in my life is a reflection on me. So if I'm failing at something, or if something is not working out in my favor, or if I'm depressed about something and I'm not making that change, it's only a reflection on me and nobody else. I can't blame what happened in my past and what other people has done to me, and all these type of things. I cannot blame it for happening, and I cannot blame myself for letting it happen, or allowing these people to hurt me, or allowing these things to get to me, or allowing all these emotions to control my mind, to stop me from being who I was. Words are powerful. I often see a lot of times on social media, especially Facebook. That's why I try to say my focus away from Facebook, at all means necessary. I never find anything positive coming off of Facebook, or at all. Everyone there is just so wrapped up in this little twisted shell or box or something, and they really just believe that most people are not really open enough to explore and branch out and do different things that they love to do. Most people really settle for less, and I often see that on Facebook. A lot of people are just settling just because this is the average, and this is what most of us are. Honestly, this is how we grew up, but it comes from you. It comes from you wanting to make that change for yourself. You not wanting to be like that adult that you see that's working at your job. Mind you, I'm talking to 16 through whatever, around my age, 16 through 24, 25, 26, whatever. I know because for myself, I can honestly say when I was working those 9 to 5s and stuff like that, I often looked at the older people that I worked with. Sometimes another employee, a same sales associate, would be 50 something and we're in the same position, and I always said to myself every time I got to work, don't make this permanent. This is just temporary. This is just temporary. And until I got tired of telling myself this is temporary, I made that change for myself, and I just had to quit my job. And that's just how it is sometimes. And sometimes you really have to understand that if you're allowing yourself to go through a path, you're going to get comfortable. I can never want to feel comfortable. So you have to make yourself feel uncomfortable sometimes in situations in order to succeed. And you're going to fail at it a couple times before. But, you know, I'm going to start on the video. Enough blabbering. Okay. So tip number 1 is being yourself. Really want to encourage people to, remind yourselves that you're amazing, you're beautiful, you can do whatever you put your mind to. Don't let any no's, don't let any negative energy control, or negative words, or anything overpowering, or anything that's not sending positivity your way to just strike out your mind. You don't want to always focus on the negativity that comes towards you, because you're going to hear a lot of times that you can't do this, or this is not going to work, or what if this doesn't work, what's plan. Don't have a plan B, but I don't have a plan B because I'm putting 100% in plan A. How am I going to have a plan B if I'm only going to give 80-20? That's not putting 100%. So right there, I'm already going to fail because I'm already putting only 80% in this, and I'm only putting 20% in this. It's impossible to just, not saying it is impossible to juggle 2 things, or hold 2 businesses, or hold 2 platforms, or hold whatever it is. It's not impossible because you can't do anything. But I just feel like having a plan B is just in case you fail from plan A. And my plan is not to fail from plan A. My plan is to succeed through plan A. So I don't need a plan B because my plan A is going to succeed. So, you have to figure out yourself and figure out who you are as a model, or artist, or singer, or whatever it is. You really just have to, be yourself. And people like originality. We can tell when someone is frauding or pretending to be someone that they're not. Okay, so tip number 2 is researching. It's an important tool to research on the industry before you just get into the industry. When it comes to professionally modeling, as in agencies and working with big time photographers, or attending fashion shows, or anything of that nature, before you even get your foot into that door, you want to know what you're going to get yourself into before you put your foot into that. You have to be very open-minded and, just have a fun personality. You just really have to go for it and do it. And yeah. So the next tip is preparation. What can you do to prepare to be a supermodel, or model, working model, booking model, whatever you want to call it? My first step to preparing is already obviously researching. Once you know your facts and have heard from experience from other models that are signed or in the industry, and you heard their side of how it really is, and you take that faith and you take that leap and experience it on your own, then I do believe that you can start to then figure out what kind of model that you are. So there are different kind of models. There are fashion models, there are runway models, there are editorial models, there are print models. And for myself, I knew that I always wanted to become a print model or fashion model. High fashion model, sorry. I never really thought of being a runway model, not because of fear or anything of that nature. It was just I just didn't feel like it best suit me. Like, I'm a goofy person. I love to laugh. I love to smile. I love to make people smile. I love to, you know, have a good time, and I love to show people that I'm having a good time. Not that it's important for other people to see that I'm having a good time, but I just love to just be myself and move around and get to just enjoy life. I want them to see this smile all the time. Like, I want to move around. I want them to know that there's more to life and enjoying instead of being just serious all the time. So to prepare to be a supermodel, I will also say to get them digitals done. Here's a couple examples of digitals right here that you guys can see. Also, I would say to build your portfolio, start networking, start working with different photographers. You meet people off of Instagram. I often get questions asking, how do I find shoots? Where do I find shoots? How do I get photographers to work with me? How do I do all these type of things? And honestly, if you don't want it for yourself, it's not going to happen for yourself. You keep complaining that you're not getting any shoots is because you're allowing yourself to not get any type of shoots. You have to sometimes go after that. You have to go after what you want. A lot of times people don't want to seem too thirsty. You have to seem thirsty to go after what you want. You have to be hungry for what you want. Don't kiss ass in the sense of because somebody don't want to work with you, you're gonna keep begging them to work with you. If they reach back out to you, or if they made a sense of they acknowledge your presence already and they don't want to have anything to do with you when it comes to working with you, let the person be, because you can find somebody 10 times better, and you're just gonna humble yourself to work even harder just so they can see that they should have just worked with you. So next tip advice was how to get shoots. So I kind of just answered that a little. There's a difference of being busy and being booked and setting your goal and working towards your goal, because a lot of times people just really just think that because they're busy they're actually getting somewhere or they're moving somewhere to success, when in all reality they're just running in the same circle. They're running around in the same path that they were just starting. My next tip is posing. I know I kind of went off topic just now, but don't mind that because this is a advice video as well. So in and out of these tips I am going to be tipping and advising at the same time. So I'm going to go back and forth. So posing is everything in this industry. Sorry, posing is everything in this industry. Your face says it all, honestly. Tips on posing, I would say to watch documentaries of models of when they were starting up and how they were learning to pose. I will also say to practice in the mirror, which is the cliche, most commonest answer that you will ever hear. Practice in the mirror, practice in the mirror, practice at home. We could practice all day, but that doesn't mean we're practicing right. So I would advise go on your social media, go on your favorite models' Instagram, any of your celebrity models that you look up to, go on their Instagram, inspiration from their photos, get inspiration from their walks, admire every single thing about them, admire how precisely they move in a photo. I know most of the times when the models post is behind the scenes. Practicing is everything, and practicing is the key. Without practicing, you won't have that ability. Bars. Okay, tip number 6 is creating your unique look. So that comes from the same thing of being yourself and having originality. You don't want to look like someone else. 7 is why, okay, before I even answer this question, this is the most common question. Why won't I get signed quick enough? For starters, you're not trusting the process. You don't understand that your favorite celebrity, your favorite model, supermodel, you don't understand that your favorite basketball player, whoever your favorite person is, you don't understand that they had to go through a bunch of no's. They had to go through a bunch of maybe next time, or we have someone that can do the same thing you can do already, so maybe it's a no at this time. Or they went through a bunch of not right now that we hear on a daily basis, but they did not allow these things to get in the way. Keep allowing that mindset of why can I to overpower your mind. And I don't ever ask myself why can't I anything. Is that you have to give things time. You can't expect things to be handed to you on a silver platter. You to be getting bookings the minute you start claiming yourself as a model. You can't expect to have overly excessive fans, or a lot of people look for the fans and the supporters to tell them they are a successful person. You can't wait for these things to come into your life without you saying to yourself, or without you knowing for yourself that this is what you want to do and you want to sacrifice all your time. People often try to just follow someone else's life or follow someone else's journey and think it's going to happen for them. And they just try to be what society really wants them to be. And that means that comes in all aspects of whatever it is. A lot of times people just follow the latest best thing and think because the latest best thing is happening for that person, the latest best thing is going to happen for you. But if you don't have that passion, and if you don't have that drive, and if you don't have the time telling yourself, I'm going to start this one day, I'm going to start it tomorrow, you have to make it happen for yourself right now. You cannot wait for the next day, because tomorrow, one, is not promised. What's the issue with getting it done right now? And a lot of times we always use the first excuse that comes to our head is, oh, I'm tired right now, I have to go to work tomorrow, or tonight I gotta get some rest for this, to let ourselves be great. Honestly, we applaud other people for being great. We look up to these type of celebrities, we look up to all these people, and a lot of the times that we don't even realize that there was a lot more being done behind the scenes that we don't even know about. And
you make the life that you want to happen for yourself.
If you want to be that singer, you're going to be that singer. You have to start claiming it. You have to start earning it. You have to start letting yourself know that this is what you're going to tell yourself, that you're broke. You're going to be broke. Words is a very powerful thing. A lot of people tell themselves before they go into an interview, I hope I get that job. You're already risking your chances of even getting that job for even telling yourself or even doubting yourself one bit. You have to have 100% confidence in whatever you do. And I'm going so hard for this because I hear this every single day, even down to yesterday, which really made me want to add this part into this video, is because I spoke with one of my cousins yesterday, and nothing against him, me and him are so cool and I love him, and I had to re-energize last night. I had to re-motivate myself all over again last night. I lost a little bit of motivation last night when I was really hearing him tell me that maybe I should find a plan B, because maybe it's not going to end up working as fast enough as I think. And to me, I know what's going on in my life, and I know what I'm doing in my life, and I know that things are going the way it's supposed to go for me. It only took me a year and a half to get to the signing process. Now I'm ready, and I'm working to get the excessively booking part of my life. That's my goal right now. I already got to the sign part, so now I want to get to the overly excessive bookings, not having time to even have this type of conversation with you, because now you're thinking less of me because I'm not the famous model. But people don't understand, you have to take baby steps in this small little bubble, and they just accept whatever happens to them, and they're fine with that. They always end up miserable and not happy, and they always end up saying, I wish I did this different, I wish I spoke about that differently, I wish I went after my dream like the way she did. They want you to go to school for your 18 years of living, and then they want you to go to college for the next 6 years, or whatever, how many years you go to college for, get the degrees, work for the government. They want you to do all these steps that they want us to do, and eventually you're not going to be stable enough because things are way too expensive for our well-living and for what we get paid for. So we're settling. So now we have to work more hours. Now we have less time to be working on ourselves. Now we have less time to work on our kids or work on whatever we're working on. We have less time for that, and most importantly, less time for ourselves. So with that said, I'd rather have more time for myself and less money in my pockets, because at least I know that I'm working towards my goal. So in the future, I don't have to worry about where I'm getting my next check from. Get what I'm saying? To those who's watching, and to those who support me, and to those who tell me that I inspire them, or whatever it is, or whoever it is. I love saying that because it sounds so cute, but I'm just really here to tell you guys that you can do whatever you want to do. That mindset to just block out and ignore all that type of negativity that rushes through your way, especially when you have a different path from someone else, because life itself controls. I need you to tell me maybe I should choose school as a second option. I don't need you to tell me that I should get a government or city job because they have benefits. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope this video is very informative and helpful, and for anyone that needed tips. This is not only for models, so I am going to change the caption, I think, a bit to just artists in general as a group, because I didn't really focus this video straight only for models. So I hope this video really was helpful to you guys. If it was, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, share the video. So I hope you guys really found this informative. Like, I really do. Like, I honestly just want people to do the best they can do for themselves. The best you can do for yourselves. And don't ever, 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 ever allow someone to control your emotions or control your life or control how you maneuver. Let it happen. Put it out there. Stop thinking small. Think big. Think large. Think different. Create a different path for yourself than someone else created for themselves. Always follow your dream and your journey, your destiny, and don't ever forget that nothing is possible without God. Sit there and ask God, what is my purpose? Stop going to other people and figuring out what your purpose through other people is, because everyone has a different destiny and everyone has a different journey. So with that being said, I'm off this. I'm ready to edit this video and have it up for you guys tonight. So see you later.